Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Merry Christmas, Christmas Eve, Eve, Eve. I'm Dr. Carol and doing something a little different here on our YouTube channel today. Thank you for being a part of this. I'm going to take just a couple minutes to share with you some thoughts that I have about making it through the Christmas holidays, past the holiday blues. How do you deal with all that in your heart? And then share a couple things that I want you to be a part of. Well, the holidays can be a busy time, and maybe it's that way for you. Maybe you just feel kind of overwhelmed with all the stress, the stuff to do, maybe buying presents, events to go to, the people you're going to have to see over the next few days. And sometimes that can be good, sometimes it can be not so good. There are many people for whom the Christmas holidays is also a time of great stress. Holiday blues are real. I've been there. I have had times when the holidays have felt a lot more painful than joyous. I am sure that there are some of you who feel that way too. And so, how do you make it through? We're almost at Christmas itself, and then there's a week of New Year's. This is the darkest time of the year, especially if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere. Um, well, a couple thoughts. First, the Christmas season is one where you can be intentional. If you plan what you want Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, even New Year's, if you plan in advance what you want that to be like for you, you have a much better chance of coming through that with less emotional angst and anxiety and depression or whatever it is. Take care of your heart during this season. Find a few things, even just over these next few days, that nourish you. What is some Christmas music that lifts your spirits, that draws you into the true meaning of the season? What are some activities that are meaningful to you? Is there a special food, maybe a service at your church, some people that you can reach out to? Do something that nourishes your soul. And then, number three, reach out to somebody else. There is little that will lift your own spirits more than thinking beyond yourself, reaching out and touching someone else. Maybe that's somebody in your family that needs you to pay attention to them. That doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary gift. In fact, sometimes the gift of your time, attention, your caring, it makes a whole lot bigger impact. Sometimes what you give is to somebody you don't know as well. Maybe there's a neighbor who's lonely, or maybe there's an organization that you want to volunteer at. Uh, so find some way to give of yourself, and that will lift your spirits. One thing that has become a meaningful way for me to address my own holiday angst is to remember my little holiday creche. Number of years ago, I was on a trip to Israel, and I purchased this little creche in Bethlehem. It's Israeli olive wood, beautiful. But as I packed it in my luggage to come home, it got broken. When I got back to the States from that trip, there were just lots of little tiny pieces in this creche. I didn't do anything with it right away. It was just in a plastic bag, and I just kept it in my bottom drawer. That was over 20 years ago, and it sat there for years. I had a loving marriage with my husband, Al, and he passed away a few years ago. Well, the first Christmas after he passed away, my heart was broken. And there was just something in me that drew me back to my little olive wood creche. So I pulled the plastic bag with all the little pieces out of my drawer, and I glued all of those little pieces together. Now, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but you can still see some places that aren't all okay. Joseph's staff, the ear of the lamb, there's just some little pieces that didn't quite get all put together. But in gluing this little creche back together, it was a symbol of the broken pieces of my heart. And God was doing something in mending me during that time, just like I was doing my best to mend this little wooden creche. now in the years since. This has become one of my most precious things around the Christmas season to set out. Yeah, it's small and it's far from perfect, but it just symbolizes what I feel that God has been doing in my heart. Maybe that can be meaningful to you as well. Now, if you have read the little notes in the description for this YouTube Live, you'll see that we are doing a giveaway. Uh, the emotional anxiety and stress that so many feel over the holiday season, we have a resource that I think will help you. It's our online course, Defeat Your Fear and Anxiety. It's fairly short. It's like 5 video modules with some worksheets about ways to manage the angst and stress that you feel. Well, you can get a free copy of that course. We're going to give it away to one person the day after Christmas. So you have between now and December 26th to get your entry. Now, if there's different ways you can make that entry, get that entry to get a free copy of that course. You can comment under this video with your email address. If you just comment, I have no way to get in touch with you, so I don't know who you are. So you will have to leave your email address under this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. But there's a couple other ways you can enter to win a copy of Defeat Your Fear also. You'll see the link under this video to subscribe to our email list by getting our free download, 7 Keys to Living More Fully Alive. If you do that, you will be entered to win a free copy of that course. And then the third way where you can be entered is to follow me on Instagram, Dr. Carol T, and you'll have to send me a DM so that I know that your follow is an entry to get a free copy of the Defeat Your Fear and Anxiety course. That's all digital. You go through it at your own pace, anywhere in the world, on demand. I would be delighted to get you a free copy. So enter one of those 3 ways. 1, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave me a comment with your email under this video. Number 2, click the link to get our 7 Keys to Live Fully Alive with your email address. 3, follow me on Instagram and send me a DM. Now, starting Monday, Christmas Day, December 25, we are doing something special. We are celebrating the 12 days of Christmas. Now, maybe you didn't realize that the 12 days of Christmas starts on Christmas Day. It's not coming up to Christmas. It starts on December 25. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel each day. Excuse me. Each day I'll come to you with a new 5-minute video about that day of Christmas, first day of Christmas, second day of Christmas, and so on. A scripture, a brief thought. Now, this comes from the Christian tradition, Christmastide. So we'll be celebrating Christmastide starting December 25. Excuse my cough. I hope you're subscribed to our channel and join me starting December 25 for Christmastide. I'm coughing, so I'm going to have to end here. I'd love to hear from you. God bless you.